Welcome back to the channel, and this is what we'll be talking about in this video. So, although the style of the video will seem a bit more like it's made using the ideology of a scrapbook, right, having bits and pieces being cut and put together, I hope that just like a scrapbook, um, you will see the value in this video, and I'm just happy to share my knowledge with you in whichever way, shape, or form. So at the end of the day, if you learn something, that's a win for me. So after this introduction portion, you'll be watching a video that was recorded as part of an online course that I made. So if you like it, do check out my course. I'll have the link in the description, and you can see the link too at the bottom of this video together with my YouTube and Instagram socials. Alright, so enough with the introduction and let's get started. Alright, so let's start with bearings. What is bearings, right? So bearings itself is closely related to angles. In fact, bearing, you can think of bearings as how far away you are from the north. So bearing is this idea of, um, let me use a thinner pen. So far, how far meaning the angle away from the north. All right, so maybe I shall reword it as angle away from the north instead. Angle away from the north. All right, so this is a very crude way of saying, like, if let's say this is your north, right, and then you are like 90 degrees away from the north, so this is the north, then that is your bearing will be given as 090 degree. So, um, in the past, maybe perhaps even now, right, bearing is something that ships use to gauge, and be able to tell where they are and how far they are away from the north so that they can get a rough idea of their own position, right? So over here, what we'll be doing is an application of it, which according to bearing, we will use that to be able to find the angle that you are away from the north. Now, so here there are two steps to take note of. So because bearing is, in layman terms, how far you're away from the north, right? Your angle away from the north. So where is the north is very important. So meaning to say you must always have a north line. So usually um, the top is gonna be the north, but depending on questions, some questions may have the north being slanted, right? So the question will tell you, so if this is the north, then here this is 90 degrees, right, from the north. So if you are at this particular uh, point away from the north, you will be um, 90 degrees away. So this is imagine you're this point, you're on the this angle away, and you're on this line. All right. So that's why where is the north is very important. So always draw your north line. And then the second step that is important is that bearings is always 3 digit. So even if you have 60 degrees, remember to have 060, right? And I showed you just now earlier with 90 degrees as well. All right. So just a quick walkthrough. How do we find bearings? So over here, um, let's say we want to find a bearing of B from A. All right. So bearing of B from A. So how do we do that? Now, for bearing, the from is very important. So from where is very important. So in our case, bearing of B from A. So the place that you are from, that's where you need to have the north line. All right, because we are taking reference from that point. So from A means that we'll be taking reference from point A. So at point A, you will have to have the north line. So if you don't have this north line, you need to draw your own. All right, so that you have a rough idea what is the north. And in our case, we just use the default, the north is outwards, right? So this is the north line that is drawn from point A, all right? And what is happening is that the second step or second thing after you have established the north line, so usually these are the steps that I will take first, the north line. I will draw the north line from the point that we are taking reference, in this case, which is point A. The second is I will make sure that there's a line connecting the 2 points that is mentioned. So in this case, what is the 2 points? So let me write down line connecting 2 points. Line connecting 2 points. So these are my 2 steps that I will do to find bearing. So line connecting 2 points, in this case, my points are B and A. So there must be a line connecting B to A because I'm finding bearing of B from A. And why is there a need for this line, right? Because when we are finding this bearing, essentially, let me show you what we are referring to. This is the bearing that we are referring to. This is the bearing. So if you can find this, that is the answer to what is the bearing of B from A. So this is the answer to this question. What is the bearing of B from A? So that's why you need the north line, because without the north line, I don't know where to start the angle from. And you need the line connecting the 2 points that you're interested in. Because without that line, you will not have this line and you don't know how much you have to turn, how much the angle will be. All right. So once you have the north line, once you have the line connecting the 2 points, all right, connecting the 2 points that you're concerned about, the bearing is just the clockwise rotation from the north to the line. So in this case, clockwise rotation from the north to the line. So that's why this is what I want to find. All right, so that is the bearing of B from A. After you are done with these 2 steps, right, the north line, the line connecting the 2 points, and you know exactly what bearing that you're looking for, what the angle you're looking for, you can go ahead and make use of your Picasso, if there's a right angle triangle, or your sine rule, cosine rule, and basically anything under the sun that you have learned about angles, you can use it, all right? In this case, what we will use is we will want to find this bearing, right? So this bearing is actually, uh, you can call it angle NAB as well, right? So this is the angle that I want to find. So let me just remove bearing first, all right? This is the angle that I want to find. So how do we find this angle? Pretty straightforward. I already know that this angle here is 115. So you using angles on a straight line, take 180 degrees minus 115 degrees, I'll get 65 degrees. And then remember to write down your property whenever you're finding angle, right? So some angles there's properties. So wherever you use a property, you have to write them. In this case, the property is angles on a straight line. All right, so angles on a straight line. So I've already found the angle, right? Then because they want bearing, they don't want the angle, right? They don't want angle and AB. They want a bearing of B from A. So a little space constraint here. So let me move this proving to the side. So I'm gonna write bearing of B from A. All right. So to answer back to the question, you need to have this, all right? Because bearing is not just, hey, this is the angle. They ask you for bearing, you have to answer back, this is the bearing, all right? So with that, it's just a very quick go through of how you can use these 2 steps to find the bearing, right? So whenever they ask you for bearing, have these 2 steps first, then you can perform all the trigo, all the angle properties that you have learned, all right?
Thank you for watching to the end of the video, and I hope that you have learned something. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and comment on one thing that you like about the video, right? Also, please help to share this video and subscribe to the channel because that will really help me a lot, and your support means the world to me. So if you don't like the video, no worries. Comment and let me know what you didn't like about it so that I can improve and I can change in the next few videos. Alright, so that's it. Thanks all, and I'll see you in the next video.